boys. Yeah.
The other one seems a bit dark.
I like how he has his little brand thing.
Right. Look, man,
Everywhere
you got to brand
Magic
everywhere.
Touch Barbers.
Magic Touch Barbers. Move, man. He just doesn't want people to think.
It is Magic Touch Barbers, man. It's a form of marketing.
You know what's funny? This is the first time I've ever heard you say that.
What? Magic Touch Barbers.
Yeah. It is nowhere.
It is everywhere.
No, what's good? Because we see the logo, but the logo has always been Manni the Barber.
Yeah, there was a rebrand.
You changed the logo.
There was a rebrand.
My guy rebranded with the same logo.
And the same acronyms. So even if it says MTV with the Magic Touch.
Anytime we say MTV, it's always going to be Manni the Barber.
No. That's what it is. Like, if you see it that way, that's how you see it now. But once we hit that national scale,
okay,
it's gonna be Magic Touch Barbers. Once there's a MTB, once there's a Magic Touch Barbers in town, Magic Touch Barbers in Tala, Magic Touch Barbers in Galway, Cork, then you're gonna forget all about me.
I'm still never gonna say I'm going to Magic Touch. I'm going to Magic
Touch.
You can say I'm going to MTVs. You know what I mean? You can say I'm going to MTVs. You have to say
I'm going to Manni, man.
Why did you want to rebrand though?
I don't know. I just felt like obviously I'd like to potentially franchise my business. So I just go for a more like commercial name, not really like, I wanted to kind of detach myself from the business eventually, you know what I mean?
I hear that.
So just to, yeah.
Do you not feel like in the day and age we live in, it's like you can be the brand, not like the entity is the brand, like say for example the Joe Budden podcast, because the Joe Budden was the brand of the podcast, so he put his name on the podcast so people knew what it was. I know he rubbed his co-host the wrong way, but for yourself now, you're
that's just what I'm particular about, rubbing people off the wrong way, because you know it's all like it's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
At the same time, people are going to work for you, but you don't want them to think that they're working for you. You kind of want them to be like working with each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's a concept that people can't really grasp sometimes. Like, oh, I'm working with this guy. No, just because it's called Manni the Barbers, or I'm working for Manni. No, I'm working for the company. I'm making.
It's always one of the boys. You work for Manni, show up, man, before he fires you. Dude, that's how egos get involved. Now, why is the show called MTV? Have you had dealing with employees? Has that been tough?
Yeah, it's been challenging. It's been interesting. Like, yeah, it's been tough as well. You know, just having to deal with staff. Like I had one barber, and he was just going and coming and going and coming and going and coming, and eventually I just had to say like enough is enough, which is tough for me because I needed staff at that point. But you just need to set a tone with people, just to let them know that this is how things is going to be ran. It's all about setting the tone, to be honest. Yeah. If you set the wrong tone, it could just ruin everything. You know what I mean? But if you set a tone where there is like a hierarchy, and you're not just because I'm young as well, some of my staff members be older than me. If they're not older than me, we're very close to age. You know what I mean? So you really have to set that tone that there is a hierarchy. You know what I mean? Like, I deal with all the bullshit of the business. You just clock out when we close. You know what I mean? So I can do this, you can't do this. You know, that type of way.
Yeah, sometimes is so important.
See, exactly, because sometimes they'll be thinking that these are like
we're equals.
We're equals, but like that's just not the case.
See that sign? That's my name up there.
Yeah. So it's that. It's Magic.
You know, even not impulsive. Like Logan Paul and his co-host, he'll say that to Mike May, like he'll be like, "Yeah, it's called impulsive."
Yeah,
so
like
it's my name up there. So you have to. I deal with all this. It's my name that carries the brand forward, and because of that, I also have to deal like to whom much is given, much is required. So because it's my face there, I have to deal with the bullshit, and I have to deal with the ins and outs and negativity. When your shift's over.
Bro, if the shop burns down, you damn near don't care.
Yeah. Even if, bro, that's the thing. I have a lot more to lose. Even my reputation. If one of the barbers does a bad haircut, they don't hear it. I hear it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's my reputation. So
yeah, that's why I book straight with you. So I don't have to look at anybody else. Like, it's you. Sorry,
yeah, I also feel like with people as well. It's just like because we're cool, we might have gone to school together, we might have gone to college together. Now you think we're boys, and if I'm telling you to do something, I'm not asking, I'm telling. There's a difference. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because if you were in a 9 to 5, you wouldn't say I'm not doing that. But because you see me as just money. Yeah. Now all of a sudden I'm not doing that. Or you want to beef me?
The dynamic, because you're saying you probably, I don't know, do you hire people that you know of or know? Because sometimes they say familiarity breeds disrespect.
Yes.
To Deji's point, it could kind of be easier for like, I know him, like I don't have to do that. Do you? How do you?
Yeah, like I'd hire people that I know of, and I'm like, you know, like I'm a friendly guy. Like we become good mates. You know what I mean? Like hanging out with each other after work and stuff like that, to the point where, you know, like we're just like we're friends now. So sometimes that's where like maybe like the disrespect could come in, because they feel like we're mates. But at the end of the day, like I said, I have a lot more to lose than you. You know, I pay the bills of the shop, I pay your wages, that kind of thing. So you can't really think we're at the same level. Not even that, I took the risk to develop a platform for us to grow from. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you're not helping me out. You are helping my business grow. I'm also helping you grow as well. So it's just, you know, it's kind of have to just...
Yeah, because obviously I'm in your shop often now. And the one thing I wanted to get you on the podcast, because you always talk to me about like being an entrepreneur and entrepreneurship, and everybody thinks being your own boss is a glitz and glamour. And for me, once I clock out that Friday, that's it. But you told me a story about that you were chilling on your day off and in the water.
Yeah, I was chilling on my day off, like, I needed this day off, man. And I was chilling, I was just on my phone, wherever, TikTok, laughing. I get a call from the lady next door. We share the same back, but not the same bathroom. This is in the Drada branch. She says that she just came in to do some painting. It was her day off as well. Mondays and generally the day off for some businesses anyways. So she came to do some painting, and she says that water was pissing out through my bathroom. And then she went in and she seen that the boiler was burst. And I was just like, bro, I just can't catch a break, man. Like, I just can't. It was like 12 p.m. My day had even only just started, bro.
You're looking forward to it. Oh, I ain't doing shit today.
You know what I mean? Like, I was in bed to 12 p.m. I was just chilling, like, and then had to make my way down, sort that out. So I sorted it out. No, I called the plumbers in, and they were gone before I even came. And all they did was just turn the water off, and then they sent me the invoice. Oh, crazy.
Fam.
Crazy.
I had a mate that was a plumber.
Bro. Crazy. You know what? Fair play to them. They did the years for the trade, but bro, call-out prices are not cheap, bro.
Bro, they will say, oh yeah, that's what's wrong. 150.
Bro.
To fix it.
Bro. And then they told me how much it was to fix it. So I was like, damn. And then they fixed it. Something went wrong, because I think our plumbing is connected. Then her shower broke, because she's a dog groomer's, so her shower broke. So she's looking at me now. Before she even said anything, I was like, send me how much it is. I had to pay for her shower, then refix the issue, and it's just crazy. Like, these are the things that people don't.
Yeah. And you know why you're not on the same level,
bro. No, they just see, because I say it to you, they just see the two shops. And look how entrepreneurs, and they see you're very good with the socials as well. So
yeah.
But obviously, I'm sitting in the chair, I'm hearing all these stories, and I'm like, if something was wrong at my company, it's literally none of my business.
Yeah.
I will see you, man, on Monday.
Bro.
Whatever's happening over this weekend.
Also, I expect to be paid on Friday.
like, I don't care what's happening here. Pay me when it's time to pay me. Yeah.
Like, bro, because, you know, because obviously my mom owned the shop for years, so, like, I kind of saw the other side. Yeah. Like, people will see he's cutting Ashake's hair, he's going on holiday, he's doing this. They'll see you, and you know, it's weird. Other people get gas when people call you CEO and they go, oh, Manni. Yeah. It's like, bro, that's the only fun part about it.
The day-to-day.
Bro, like, bro. My mom's shop got robbed on my birthday. Like, literally, I get there, everything's smashed. They took a bunch of shit. I'm just looking at her like, bro, this is crazy. I wasn't even expecting a present at that point. She's like, yeah, did you go buy your tin? I was like, oh, yeah.
And she still has to deal with the
She started to open the shop, she started to deal with the people, she started to pay bills, she started to do everything. And it's like, it doesn't stop. And also, because like my mom, during Christmas time as well, it used to get so busy. So there's be times she's not leaving the shop to 1 a.m., 2 a.m. because she's doing people's hair. And it's just like, people don't see that. They only see that, you must be enjoying shit. And it's just like...
Bro, that's the thing about owning your own business. You see what you say, you clock out on Friday at 5 o'clock. I don't clock out.
Sometimes half one.
You
don't clock out.
I don't clock out. Literally, I was on the way up here with Deji. I was still getting calls. You know what I mean? If I don't pick those calls up, that's money going out the window. You know what I mean? But it's just about setting a system to make it easier for yourself. Like, I was reading something. I was like a lot of people think like, okay, I won an award for Entrepreneur of the Year. cool, I'm gassed, my hard work is being recognized. I wouldn't call myself an entrepreneur yet.
Why?
I'm an entrepreneur is someone that makes money, sets up business, makes money passively. I'm self-employed. I've set up a business for myself to work within. You know what I mean? Yeah. I might be a bit harsh on myself saying that, but you don't see flipping Mark Zuckerberg working behind the till or at Facebook or whatever. That was a poor example, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say.
You're still very much on the ground.
I'm still very much hands on.
Yeah.
So I feel like until I'm hands off, that's when I deserve the title as an entrepreneur. But bro, I'm giving myself 4 days a week, 5 days a week. Yeah, within my own business, I'm self-employed.
Low key, you're kind of hands off though. You can't because you physically can't be in both shops at one time. Yeah. So one of them is running out.
One of them is by itself. One of them.
You alternate between.
I alternate between the two, but technically, I just alternate between the two just to keep the balance. I feel like there is one of the shops, like the Dundalk branch, has been there for a year and I think 9 months now, almost 2 years, and I feel like I can literally just leave that alone. I have enough staff, enough clientele coming in rotation to just leave that alone. But I live in Dundalk, so it's easier for me to work there as well. And then when I'm not working. To be honest, I say all this, but I'm a workaholic. I actually like working. You know what I mean?
That's one thing I wanted to say as well about you, because I sit there and then you're saying that give people advice, give people this, and I'm like, bro, the way I see you anyways, you have work ethic. You can give people all the knowledge there, but will they have the drive within on their day off to go into the shop, to run between two shops and consistently do that and to never switch off? Yeah, a lot of people. They don't have that drive. So it's not the information or the knowledge that makes people sometimes. It's like, are you willing to do it when you're like, today's my day off, I'm doing nothing, or I just want to sit here, I'm not going to answer any calls, I'm doing a podcast today, but no, you're still on it. A lot of people, they don't have the drive, so I don't even think information would help everybody.
Yeah.
But that's because people still don't understand, like, being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, 100%. It's for a very specific kind of person, and I know we live in this place, have multiple streams of income and do this and do this and do this, but bro, do you not have to go to your 9 to 5 and then come home and then do more work and then go, bro, fuck that. Like, but even before, because like obviously now people see Manni's got a shop in Dundalk, he's got a shop in Drogheda. Like, let's go back to the shed and how you started from there. Like,
the shed, it was crazy times. Basically the way it started was I was just cutting for. There was one shop. Did you hear from that? Remember Pablo's shop
on Flower Hill?
Flower Hill.
Oh, stop.
Well, bro, so obviously. So them times, like I always say it as well, kids of these days are so privileged, bro. I've seen youth.
That's why you niggas are soft,
bro.
Shut up, man.
Bro, I've seen these youths coming in, I'm giving them sharp shape up to go. They're probably in like fifth class even. You know what I mean, bro? Back then there was one level that my dad would grab my head with and scrape my head off. Scrape my head off, and then I'm walking to school. And I get into school, and all the elders that see me with like a fresh bald head there, getting ready to straight.
There's too much trauma in this room.
How can we do it all at the same time,
bro? You know,
bro.
Because then when you become the elder, you do it to them.
Bro, you do it to them as well. Exactly. But I was at that point where I finally said to my friends, I wanna get my haircut. Yeah, I want to get my haircut. And then they were like, okay, you know what? They gave me, I got shape up, and I was mesmerized.
Life was changed forever.
Bro, I said, wow. And then I just started hanging around that barbershop, even when I wasn't getting my haircut. Say my boys, I put the boys on, you guys come get your haircut. And I'd always just be around. I'd be watching Pablo, he'd be telling him to move, sit down. So I'd be watching him from afar. And I feel like that's kind of how it all started. From there, I just started picking up the clippers myself, whatever we had at home, practicing on my dad and my brother. And then a few of the lads in the estate, I think there was a point where Pablo had left. There wasn't really a barbershop in Navan. So the boys kind of had no choice but to come to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. The industry of barbering in general was very, very, like, it wasn't as strong.
It wasn't what it is now.
No, not at all. So, it was easier for me to get into it. I was always getting into it subconsciously because I was always told a barber isn't what you should be. Like especially African parents. Exactly. Yeah. African parents have the stimulus of, lawyer, doctor, engineer.
Yeah, barbers don't make money.
Exactly. So it was never something that I planned to pursue. It was just something that I was doing out of interest and hobby. And my parents were happy with that as well. And so I was cutting for a few of the boys in the kitchen. Started getting a bit busy, getting a bit recognized in the estate, So my parents moved me out to my shed. I wasn't too happy about that because obviously it was in the kitchen, so it wasn't too hygienic. So they moved me out to the shed. I wasn't too happy about it, but I made the best out of a bad situation. Started making a bit of money from it, renovated the shed, threw some old furniture in that I'd buy off whoever in the estate, you know, eventually made more money, bought a TV for the shed, set up the wallpaper, you know what I mean? And then the shed just became a spot. And then I started having clientele on rotation. You know, everyone kept coming to my shed to the point that they didn't even need to knock the front door anymore. My parents, my clients knew straight, once you get to my house, straight to the back, straight to the shed, I'm there. And your appointment is this time and you can cut at this time. So that was the rotation. That's how the shed kind of started. And I just kind of, again, I never did it to become a barber. I was just doing it for money at the time. And it was a hobby that I liked doing. I basically seen it as I was chilling with the boys, laughing and making money. You know what I mean? Like that's basically what it was.
Better than that.
And then tell me about how you then, first the pandemic kind of changed it as well for you.
Yeah, and then I brought it to Dundalk because once you get this skill.
Oh yeah, because you wanted to move out. That's how it started.
Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to move out. Yeah, for college, but African parents they like to have you. Like I feel like they like to have you.
You know what? They just
want
to see
you. They just want to see you. You know what?
You can only move out once you have mortgage. If you don't have mortgage, you'll stay right there.
You know what I mean?
No, I hear you.
I just want to move out, but they just want to have me there. But I was like, I'm making my money now, you know what I mean?
I'm a big man now, you know.
I'm making my peas now. I'm gonna move out. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna move out.
I'm not asking.
I'm letting you know.
We passed that stage now.
So yeah, I'm about 19 at this stage. Yeah, I'm moving out now. Moved out by myself. None of the boys were on there, so that's cool. I'll move out by myself. I just wanted that sense of independence. The thing about me is I lived when I grew up, 4 of us shared the same room. 2 bunk beds in one room, 1 double room. So I never had my own space. So even till now, I feel like having my own space is something that I cherish so much. Yeah. And it's something that I always strive for. So I just wanted to move out. And I did move out. And obviously I was getting the support from, you know, Susie. You know what Susie is, obviously.
Shout out to Susie, man.
Shout out to Susie, bro.
I never got Susie.
Oh, sorry. Your dad's a doctor, man.
Your friends are rich. Your friends are rich. You don't need that shit. But then Susie did a mad thing with my payment. And all of a sudden they cut me off. And I'm appealing it, but in the meantime, I've already done big guy to my parents saying I'm moving out, and I have a lot of pride. So I'm not gonna now go to.
There's no way I'm coming back.
Oh, there's no way I'm coming back.
That's this soon.
Oh, bro.
Like at least give me a year outside first before I come back.
It's a thing where I've already paid for the lease, the deposit, the 1 month's rent and deposit. I'm not gonna. So I have to live in this house, but I'm not gonna come to you guys for money. What am I gonna do? What do I know how to do best?
Also,
cut hair. So started shouting the boys in the college. I was doing a few bits before, not consistently because I didn't live there, but I was doing for a few of the boys in the college. You lot, I'm about. But now I was like, you guys, I'm here now. If you guys want your haircuts, I'm here. You know what I mean? This is just the boys in the college. But then word just spread very quickly. Apparently, Dundalk was a similar town to Navan in the sense that they needed a barber. Yeah. So Navan, my thing was on rotation because Navan needed a barber, and I was that barber. At that point, within my community, not on a broad scale, just within my community. My community was the African community. And then that was the exact same thing with Dundalk. That's how I met all the boys in Dundalk that I'm still cool with now to this day. It all started in my first ever student accommodation. And I was just doing it just to survive, basically as a means of survival, just cutting hair, just to meet rent, to be honest. Yeah. But then it turned into more than that. I had parents bringing their kids in. I had just regular people just coming in, like they just heard like there's this guy in Dundalk now that knows how to cut hair. He lives here, and I was like, "Come, everybody, come!" You know,
similar to Tantine in Barbershop. We didn't have a barber in Barbershop. Tantine was cutting hair. Like literally, 15, 16, said, "Who's gonna cut my hair?" Like people start packing themselves in Tantine's house to a state that the neighbor snitched, so she has to do house calls.
Yeah, because even like Navan is weird, but Dundalk's a bit different because they have a uni there. Yeah, so like everybody's there. There's so many people there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like clientele is just crazy. Whereas Navan is kind of like
that's kind of what pushed me to open in Dundalk, just because it's like, you know, the fact is like the university, it's a bigger town. I think it's the second biggest town in Ireland after Drogheda. So I have a shop in both of the towns. That'd be the biggest towns in Ireland. And someone snitched on me in Navan as well, actually. So I was kind of like, fuck these guys.
And also the story that you told one kid to bring their friends.
Yeah. So I told one guy, shout out Manni if you're watching this. He knows who he is, bro. Big ups to him. I was cutting his hair. I was like, bro, if you can bring me, you know the way some people do, like bring a friend and get a free haircut. I violate. I said, if you could bring me 6 people, you get a free haircut. And he's like,
6? bro.
You know when you're in secondary school, you know everybody.
Because you're right there with everybody.
Exactly. So you have access to so many people. He's telling you, saying 6 light work, man.
Bro,
That's my PE class.
the next day, Manni came through with an army of boys. Like, yes, lads. Like, yes.
So wait, it's like that's 12. So 2, yeah.
Hold that, bro. Of course, man. I was giving him and his brother Michael because he was bringing people in as well. I was giving them free trims for a minute just because they were bringing so much people, bro. Yeah. And then that's really what aided to my growth as well in Dundalk. So, man, if you're watching this, appreciate you, bro. So that's what aided to my growth in Dundalk as well. It really helped me boost it up a lot quicker. And then things just kicked off from there. Everything was going good. And then lockdown hit, bro. Lockdown was crazy. I was like, damn, what's going to happen here? I didn't really take lockdown too serious, you know. I'm just like, this can't be happening. You know what I mean? Then it happened, like, you know, I was in uni. I was in my final year of uni, actually. And because that was the main reason I moved out, to focus on uni. And it got to a point where I was cutting so much hair. This uni thing was looking long.
It wasn't making sense anymore.
I was looking long. I had a law lecture. And I had 7 guys that wanted trim. How much am I gonna make in that law lecture?
How am I spending this next few hours?
bro, I miss college. I miss class for table tennis.
Yeah, bro. We missed class for less. I missed class because my boy's in. I'm about to go, but my boy walks in this SU.
SU. There you go. I'm like, fuck that. I mean, I was supposed to go.
I guess nowhere now.
What are you saying though?
I have no lecture in an hour. I'm like, I don't have no lecture in an hour either.
So you're telling me I can miss a lecture which I was going to miss anyways?
Yeah.
I'd make money for college, man.
Well, college slowly became a myth. I was just about passing the CAs. I was just getting the 40s, you know what I mean? I was passing by compensation. And yeah, I got to a point where I clutched first semester. So it's February now. We got our results. I did it, lads. There's another semester to go. And then I was like, but damn, this semester is looking long, I'll be real. Like, it's looking so long. Then COVID hit. And it was just like, okay, what's going to happen with college now? College became online. Bro, that was the easiest degree I've ever gotten. Bro.
Honestly, I would have been the opposite. I would have failed.
Boys, I don't even know how I have a diploma. Oh, wow, diploma. Wow. Crazy.
Wait, what's your degree in?
Bachelor's business. Yeah.
I think business is the stupidest.
It's the worst.
It's the worst thing because it's business. You don't need college for it.
It's full of people. And
geography and English.
I don't want to offend anyone that's studying business and takes it serious, but it's full of people that have no idea what they want to do.
Bro, it's just like arts.
I wanted to do business because I had no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
That's
my dad
why
was like,
I
"What are you going to do after you do business?" Like,
yeah, because
good question.
business,
very good question, bro.
Business and arts are the 2 most. I don't know what the fuck I want to do.
Bro,
Let me just do this.
Those are the top 2 on my CEO. Those are the top 2 on my CEO.
Let me figure it out.
Business, because I have the shit they teach you. Like you've probably learned more actually doing business than you did in your whole thing. Because they teach you a bunch of theory that's not actually useful.
Yeah. Even education in general. Do you know, only last week I learned about fixed and flexible mortgage rates.
Okay.
Just last week.
For that, you could just literally DM Dami and you would have told
bro, you know what I mean? I didn't know it was a thing.
These people are teaching you this is how you write a check. Bro, who uses checks?
Bro, like, I feel like they just didn't teach me. Like, even I'm in business now, it didn't teach me anything.
I remember actually asking that. I was like, is there any knowledge?
Actually, there is. Let me not violate too much. There is.
Yeah, there's certain things.
Because when I found myself doing a business plan for the second shop, I'm like, okay, this is all familiar, you know.
You know, SWOT analysis.
I said, SWOT, what is that? Strengths. I've learned this somewhere. Oh, it's not module I did that time. Maybe I wasn't the best student, so let me not violate business altogether.
I think college, for the most point now, is just to show an employer that, like, look, I did something for 4 years and I was able to stick through with it, and I can accomplish goals and I can accomplish things and I can be organized and I can. For a lot of it, it's that.
It's not the only way though. I know a guy. Yeah, he works for Google, and I forgot his role, but he hires engineers.
Yeah.
And I go to him, where'd you study in college? He goes, I didn't. I said, what? How'd you get here? He goes,
yeah,
waffle.
But that's because you know what now,
yeah, no, I need to talk, yeah.
You know what now, like before, degrees were so, like just kind of like where they were like for the elite, that like not a lot of people had them, but now everybody and their uncle has a degree. Yeah. Bro, what's called? You know, one of the boys. You know. I don't want to say his name, but you know the boy. He used to live in my estate. Your boys with me. What's called? I'm not. Anyway, his dad collects. His dad has an undergrad in accounting, a master's in computer science. He wants to do a PhD in something else, bro. People are collecting degrees for banter. Yeah, like it doesn't mean anything anymore. So, but like if you can prove that you know how to do the work and you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, bro, that's what you really need.
Degrees just I'm showing that I've stuck something out.
If anything, the best thing to do when you go to college is network.
100%.
Meet people. Especially if you go to all those like rich colleges like Trinity and DC and all, meet people that can help you after, bro. And just lock in with them.
That's what's more important about
college.
That's
the most. Who you know. Who you know. Literally.
Right, let me plug in a quick intro because there's still a lot that I want to get into. But let's introduce the podcast today. Anyways, and we are here. We are charged to the game. This is the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs. I'm Uncle Jay, but you mans call me Jordan, and I'm here with.
You know it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Ditch nigga with the Midas touch. You know, I can always tell people that don't listen to the podcast
when they hear that intro for the first time. That's the girl's favorite voice.
Yeah, man.
Hey, okay.
Who we got here today?
We got Manni the Barber here.
Magic Touch.
Magic Touch, see that, bro. Magic Touch Barber.
I brought my barber here today, bro.
Yeah.
Manni, before we get into
Wait. Do you cheat on your barber?
Not anymore. That's my little barber now. Yeah. I was at Tantine for years.
So you divorced Tantine?
Yeah, I divorced Tantine. It's just more convenient. I can go on the Oyinbo man's time, work time, straight after work. I'm down like 5 minutes away from me. So I was like, yeah.
You know what? One time, actually, because like I can't remember. I think Izzy was gone somewhere or something like that, and I was like, I need a trim. I text Manni, are you in Navan? He's like, nah, I'm in the shop. I carried my laptop and I just went.
You came to the shop, innit?
Yeah, I came to the shop. I was working when I came to the shop.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
actually.
I remember
like
near Christmas time.
I remember cutting you in my shed as well, though.
Yeah,
no, right. I remember
it was near Christmas time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, let me just go Manni real quick.
Yeah. Anyways, August 26th. We are August 26th. Yeah.
Yes, it is August 26th.
Okay, August 26th. Charger karaoke. Come true. We're having a karaoke night. And it's going to be a bit of a competition, battle of the podcast, and then most importantly, open to the public. Come with your friend, compete with your friends. We're going to have prizes. We're going to give away giveaways, obviously. We're going to give you giveaways. So pull up with your boys, with your friends. Come on stage. Prove who you're the better singer. DJ said he's going to outperform everybody on the day.
A single person is
Rod says she's ready for the battle. Tommy from Where's Your Head At is battling. And we have the Get the Gist girl. No, sorry, not Get
Babes on Tips.
The Babes on Tips girls also battling. I have my own performance. That's going to be memorable. Wait for it. It's going to be the most Congolese thing everybody has ever seen.
Also, we got the fucking best band in Ireland, Newbury.
There as well. They're going to be doing a set for us, best band in Ireland. So come through August 26th. Come have fun with the boys. So yeah. And
what's called? Like I've been asking every week. Karaoke song of the week.
I have to change it every week, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Smile Like You Mean It, The Killers.
What the fuck is that?
No. Coming out with my friends when I was doing just fine.
You know, I didn't go through that white people.
I don't know what he's saying, bro.
Started off with a kiss and then end up like this.
I've never heard.
It was only a kiss. Oh no,
I've never heard a killer song in my life.
Oh no, I've heard a few. Yeah, my friend at the time, she used to live like a few doors out. She was a big fan of them. So
yeah,
you go to the house and they're just playing it. Yeah. If you had to do a karaoke, what song would you sing?
Is there a Little Baby or Gunna?
Hey, whatever you want.
Oh yeah,
whatever you want.
What Gunna song can you do bar for bar, word for word?
Drip too hard, don't stand too close.
Cause you might drive out this way. Yeah. Or Sold Out Dates. Sold Out Dates. Give me the mic, bro.
You're ready for that.
Give me the mic.
You know what? Let me go. White people. Paramore, Misery Business.
See, I don't know that song.
Oh, a banger. That's as far as I go into rock. But that banger.
Okay. See, August 26th. Tell your friend to tell a friend. Be there. Battle of the podcast. But forget the podcasters. They love being on stage. They love the attention. It's you that we want to come and have a good time. You come with a friend. You compete with your friend. You sing your eyes out. And then we enjoy the Newbury set at the end. So August 26th, get your tickets. Link in the bio of our Instagram page.
Also, what's called Spotify link in the bio. I think it might be fucked up. But if it's not fucked up, if it is fucked up, send us a message. We'll add it to the playlist.
Add it to the playlist. So Manni, before we continue on, I have a quick quiz for you.
Go ahead.
5 questions. How well do you think you'll do?
I feel like
we need to make a leaderboard.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a smart enough guy in general knowledge.
You have one lifeline. Your one lifeline is Ask Didge.
Okay.
So
I don't know these questions.
So these are 5 questions. They're not they're mix and match. Just general knowledge. First question: name the 4 provinces in Ireland.
Connacht, Leinster, Munster, and Ulster.
That's like, come on.
Yeah, we're getting there. The Wright brothers are famous for what innovation?
Aviation.
Yep, airplane. I would say airplane or aviation. Yeah. Damn, he's doing good. Who won Entrepreneur of the Year at the 2022 Black and Irish Awards?
what was his name again? Yeah, Manni the Barber.
Right.
How can you give me that?
How many Champions League finals did Sir Alex Ferguson make?
Finals?
Oh, finals. No, how many did he win?
No, how many did he win? How many finals did he make?
12.
No, it's Champions League finals he made 4.
And
Did he not win 4?
No, he won 2. 99. He won 99. He won 2008 against Chelsea. He lost 2009 against Barcelona. He lost 2011.
I thought he won. I'm even United.
12. He won 13 Premier Leagues. Maybe that's what you're thinking. It's 12 Premier Leagues. No, he won. He won 2, made 4 finals. So that's because you're a United fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
I knew that.
Out of all the questions, he asked easy left field.
Literally.
But this one should be easy as well. Finish the lyric. She got thick, but she want to get thin again.
Drink an apple cider vinegar, burn skin because you want to be Kim and them. Yeah. Well, I know I had to think of that. That song is on repeat in the song.
4
in the
out
shop.
of 5. 4 out of 5. So that was one. I didn't think you get the right brother once. Don't go like. Fergie's won the finals. I didn't think you'd get that.
The right brother, you know what? It's one of those ones where it's like it's memory that's stored back.
Yeah. I thought 2 of them were a bit more difficult.
What was your guys' favorite subject in school?
Outside of PE.
Obviously, outside of PE.
Maths and geography. And French, obviously. I was good at French.
Geography?
Oh, it was class of geography. Do you know the waterfall? Hard rock over soft rock.
I could draw that thing to this day.
I love geography.
Mine was history and junior cycle, though. I never did senior cycle.
Yeah,
history and French, but I can't speak a bit of French anymore.
Yeah. Maths and maybe... You know what? Because in my senior cycle, I did ordinary level English, and I really liked my teacher. He did some fun shit with us. Like,
same actually.
English and maths, which sounds weird, but yeah,
English I was pushing.
The teacher really has an effect on what's it called?
Yeah. What's called? Because my science teacher, he was so bad, and to this day, I hate everything that does with science. He was just horrible. Like this guy would go on a 40-minute rant about some shit and he'd be like, "Oh, you guys don't even need to know that. That's leaving, sir." I'm in first year.
I like my history teacher because obviously, you'd have the bold kids in class, and all the teachers would like go on a mental breakdown. He used to violate them, and it was just like, wow, like you'd actually come in and learn because these guys know if I step out of line, I'm holding a violation. So he was cold.
Racist. She told us like it's always you people that are the problem.
Whoa!
She made us. She says you people don't want to learn, so she made us go sit at the back of the class.
What's you people?
The black and the Polish. To
be honest,
Miss Gannon.
Back
then I was like sitting at the back, me and Ty were eating jellies. I didn't do really deep it.
You don't deep it until you're older.
I was like, wait a minute.
What's called? My principal was racist.
Your principal?
My principal was racist. Yeah, like he said to Moyo, like Moyo was being bold or something. He's like, "I'll put you in the black book, but no one will be able to see your name."
Bro, I think I've heard something like that. You went to Pats, innit?
Yeah.
I think I heard something like when you are training, because these are a very sporty school, and the lights go off, they're like, lads, come in before we lose you.
Bro, what's called?
I heard, like, Pats was like, bro, I went Beaufort, so Beaufort was far from racist. If anything, we were the...
almost went Beaufort. What's called? Because they didn't let me into Pats, and then my mom took me to Beaufort, and they were like, they brought one of the black kids in, but the guy had an earring. My mom said, nope. And then she took me back to my primary school, got the principal to essentially beg Pats to let me in, and then
that's
let me in.
I remember we all didn't get into, like, loads of us didn't get into, like, Pats, and all our parents were like, they were like, oh my God, how could you, like, whoa, their lives are going to be, because of Beaufort, like, the school had such a bad rep, but...
To be honest, there was hooligans in that school. Yeah. And also, you know what, because Pats is the trying to be posh, only boys school. Beaufort, we went to Beaufort, because on sports day, we sneak out and go Beaufort to go play football. Get to Beaufort, we see a fight, we play football, and we go home.
Bro, Beaufort, I would have hated to go to Pats. I feel like there was no crack at it.
There was crack,
or
but it was different crack.
It's like, you know what I mean? Bro, I've never laughed so much in my life in secondary school. Yeah. I was in stitches.
I was in secondary school.
Like, it was like 4
or 5 years of my life.
We took the piss, bro.
Hilarious every time. You did. It was so good that you didn't want to miss a day of school.
Yeah,
like you
it was
actually
like that.
I want to be there today because what shenanigan can these man do
today, bro? Because obviously in Pats, black people were a minority in it.
Bro, there was 3 every year.
Bro,
3 every year. Except one year where some guy transferred in, but apart from that, it was damn near 3 every year.
Bro, and both of those, like maybe 13 of us that used to stay together.
Yeah, because
like stay together.
Because what's called for the boys, it's either Pats or Beaufort, or you don't go in Navan. That was it.
Yeah.
See, we had like when I was going there in Barbershop at the time, there was 2 schools. There was Loreto, which was all girls, and there was Tech, the community college. So
Tech.
Yeah, I don't know. Every community college is called Tech. So they just said all the boys were there. Every single one.
What you're from Barbershop, isn't it? Oh, okay, no,
never
mind. I think I'm thinking of Drogheda. Yeah.
I only moved to Drogheda now. It was just because there was only 2 choices, so all the boys around the same age in Barbershop in that school. So you couldn't be like 3 every year because where else were they going?
Yeah, but what's called like it was it's one of those things that it's not overtly racist, but once you start noticing, right, there's 3 of us in this year, and there's 3 of us in that year, and there's 3 of us in that year, and there's 3 of us in that year too. So I swear, and then it's not like nobody's applying because all their parents are trying to get you in there because that's the prestigious one.
How did they pick you guys? Just
bro, I don't know.
No, it was a thing where it's like
if your brother is there, if your brother goes there, you get first dibs in it, and also I think it's because Catholic schools also. If you're Catholic, you also get a bit.
Was it mixed?
No, only boys. But Beaufort was mixed though. So, but that's where all the hooligans went.
Yeah. Did you have girl fights at yours?
Huh?
Did you have the girls fighting?
Yeah, there was be a few girl scraps and all. Yeah, like bro, for anything went, bro. Like it was like high school. Like there was the goths, there was the like the athletes. There was I don't know if this is a section in high school, but there was the niggas, which was us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's just be like there's the nerds.
We even had like an early LGBT community group. Like they exist. Like they were already. And obviously, you're young, so you don't really understand. But they're like. And then now you're getting a bit of knowledge. You're like, oh yeah, these people have always been around. Because I know now because it's magnified upon them. I was like, I know this one guy, shout out Reese in school. First one I knew, was really good friends with like a girl I was going out with at the time. Obviously being black and religious and like you're looking at him a bit, you're kind of like, this is making me feel kind of weird and uncomfortable. But now that I'm older, I'm like, oh yeah, that was him. I've seen this character.
There was one gay guy in our school. He's a big ginger guy. And he was openly gay, bro.
We had so many openly gay people.
He got bullied. Because obviously he has no girls to protect him. It's just all boys school.
All boys school.
Bro,
so there's not even girls to tell you, you guys are being immature.
No.
I think that's what kept a lot of our boys in line. The girls getting the ick. Oh, you guys are being immature. Would you guys ever grow up?
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Us, so we have to
even when we went to Beaufort for sports day, we were in our uniform. We walking past the principal. He's like, "Oh, you guys don't go here. Leave." And then he just walks past us, and we just keep going.
Like, bro. Bro, the school was actually fake, bro. Like, oh, nah, I loved it. I loved my experience in secondary school. It was great.
Well, how come you don't have more, like, white friends then if you went to predominantly
actually.
Because,
boys?
what's called? Because I didn't really hang out with them outside of school. So we didn't build that relationship. So then when we left school, it's kind of like we parted ways, innit? Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear because I'm the same, but you're also my teammates. Like, they also play within the same team, so I still had another avenue to hang around with people.
So and then also like that's why I don't really know any white girls either because like I went to all boys school and I didn't hang out in the places where the Oyinbos hung out after.
Makes sense.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it was just kind of very is what it is.
Yeah. So Manni, now you also like run courses and you give tutorials on haircuts. How's that going?
Oh yeah, so I started a while ago, like last year. Yeah, I started my educational programs. So what I do is basically there's a 6-week barber development program for beginner barbers to guide them over the course of 6 weeks on how to become a better barber, how to become a barber. So it's kind of like a jump start into the industry and into seeing if barbering is actually for you as well. So it's kind of a gamble because some people don't get it, but the ones that do really well in it. Like we had a graduate recently, we finished our last one like 2 weeks ago. I'm watching her progression over the last 2 weeks and she's been killing it, you know what I mean? And it was a girl as well. So we teach everyone, all ages as well, once you're serious. And it's beneficial for both of us because if you do well and you're looking for work, I'm looking for employment. So it's helping me build and it's helped giving you a platform to develop your skills from and make some money from as well. So yeah, it was a very smart idea that I just came up with because I was just, the hardest part about owning a barbershop is staff. Like, like you can't just like hire anyone with a decent CV or whatever.
Or a nice Instagram page.
Or you know what I mean? You need like someone with physical ability and customer service, people that aren't socially awkward and stuff like that because you encounter loads of people every day.
That's one thing about I'll come in like late after work, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and I could visibly tell that he's tired because he's been on his feet all day, he's been cutting, and I can tell when I'm sitting down. But the minute he starts cutting my hair, he's just chatting as if you couldn't even tell this guy just been standing on his feet for the last 6 hours. Barbers always have great chats because they talk to so much different people.
So I'll tell you a bit about what the last guy told me about a topic that we were discussing, and then you give me your input on that. And now, so like so much, even like it was even crazy when I was at home before I came to the shops. I wasn't just a barber, I was a therapist, bro. How's big man coming telling me that he's thinking of divorcing his wife, bro? How is bro?
Let's talk about the conversations you hear at the barbershop. Go on.
I can't. That's a violation of
GDPR.
You can't. But I've heard some stuff that I wish I did. You know what I mean?
Why are you telling me
people
this, bro?
I've got there. People are offloading on me. I'm like, damn, bro.
No, has anyone just shed a tear?
Huh?
Has anyone just shed a tear?
Nah, maybe close. Like, them ones where the music paused by itself. And then we just continue just talking. And then it's just like, damn. And then, it's after like, bro, I can't lie. This trip is free, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You just saw whatever you got going on, bro.
Man's an X Factor. He's giving them the yes because of their sub story.
Bro,
nah, because that's so true. Because even the first barbershop I ever went to was a Jamaican guy. Shout out Marlon. He had like men there as well. Because he was like maybe he probably wasn't a man. Maybe because I was young, I perceived him to be like a man. He probably was in his 30s, the age I am now. So back then he was like cutting hair. And these people were talking about how they're cheating on their wives, how they have another girlfriend, how the girlfriends came to the wives and their wives told them to fuck off. And I'm just here, and they're telling me that you shouldn't have one girlfriend, that like you should always be the one in power, you should pay for everything so she can't leave you. And you're just hearing all this and you're like, yo, this that
sounds like
toxic,
a general day in the shop. I think that sounds like yesterday. That sounds like yesterday. No, we'd be having like mad topics. I can't lie. If there was mics, some of us would be cancelled. I can't lie, but like it's all like opinion based.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all opinion based.
Did that come into your mind when? Because like obviously in the shop you got the PlayStation, you got the pool table and all that. Because obviously when we watch a lot of TVs, like the barbershop is the hub of everything that happens.
There's literally a movie called Barbershop.
Yeah, I've never watched that movie.
It's literally what we're talking about. It's like. Because they build a community for people in that neighborhood where the people can go talk, offload, and be themselves, and talk about sports. Now they want to close down that barbershop and he has to fight to keep it open for his community. That's the movie, basically.
But my question was like, was that a thought in your head of like, I want this place to be the place that's popping? Obviously, I don't want too many niggas just sitting around because the shop will get crowded and too many niggas in one place for too long, shit happens. Was that a thing you replaced? Was that a thing was that a thought process in your head?
Yeah, definitely.
When you were thinking about like, all right, cool. How do I create the vibes? How do I make the place that people just want to come, people feel comfortable, people want to chat about whatever's going wrong and all the kind of shit? Like, how do you actually do that, or is it just something that happens?
It's just something that happens, obviously. So a lot of the boys used to come to me. Let's just talk about Dundalk now, because I feel like I haven't gotten with the community in Drogheda yet, because I'm not from Drogheda. But let's just talk about Dundalk. I was there like maybe a few years before I opened up the shop. So again, I was known around the college. Once I started cutting hair at home, started getting known around the community. I brought that community into the shop with me. And so, like, for example, 4 lads would come, like all mates would come in for their haircuts in the house. Now they'd come into the shop and then they're, but they're not just sitting around anymore. There's a pool table for them. There's a PlayStation for them. There's music playing for them. Now they're on Snapchat. We have a filter on Snapchat, not just a location filter. But I was very happy when we got that because I'm like, what I mean?
These little things actually make such a difference.
Bro, that's branding. That's huge branding.
Exactly. So like, they're recording now on Snap. Other guys are coming through. I don't really have much of an issue anyone waiting around because it's going to generate income one way or another. Like maybe they're thirsty. They want to get something from the vending machine, buy something from the vending machine, or maybe they're chilling around. I actually need a do-rag, get a do-rag and like, fuck it, let me do anyone doing walk-ins, let me get a quick cut while I'm here. That type of way. And once no one's a hassle, then it's no problem at all. And I like that community vibe. I like having a busy shop, I like conversations flowing. I like people talking. I like, hearing people chat shit. I just like, it's a good feeling, you get me? And it's a thing where in Ireland, in terms of entertainment for black people, there's fuck all to do. If you're doing anything, it's in Dublin.
Facts.
If you're doing anything, any bit of enjoyment, it's in Dublin. There's not even a black-owned nightclub. And I'm not talking about Vela. Vela is not black-owned.
Vela's some shots fired.
Like, what I mean? Like, it's a nice venue to do your thing at, but black owned like nightclub in Ireland. No one has taken that step yet. I can't wait to see the first person to take that step. But because that void hasn't even been filled in Dublin yet, it's not going to get filled in Dundalk anytime soon. A good point, so my shop is a place for, you know, for black people to kind of like congregate and just, you know what I mean, vibe out, you know, respectfully. But
that's a good point, because even like if it's a concert, even within our own community, everybody want to put something on, they're gonna put it on. And
because that's what most
even though there's like a black community in Dundalk, nobody's saying like, "Oh, let's do a podcast show in Dundalk." It's like, what are we gonna do? We have to do it because I know I get it, because in other obviously in other countries, we could do it in Manchester, we could do it in Liverpool, we could do it in Leicester.
Yeah, it's the same with like studios. If you want to record music, go straight to Dublin. There's a lot of artists in Dundalk that want to, like, you know, make music, but going into Dublin, then studio time, and
it just makes it very expensive.
It just makes it very expensive and very like time consuming. You know what I mean? I feel like in Ireland there's just a real gap in the market for so much things. Close,
like we're obviously our Vision Lab right now, shout out Vision Lab, and even the boys have said themselves they want to do something more north, because like you were saying, Tommy was on the pod. He's like, he has to do that drive to like every single time he wants to record or put music out. And I get it. Some people, it might be discouraging, or they might not have the access to a car where they can. If you're 17, you want to make music.
Exactly, to come here all the way.
It's more difficult. But if you have something more local, you can jump on a bus and.
I have a room in the Dundalk shop. The Dundalk shop is actually quite big, so we have the ground floor entertainment hub, and then it's like a kind of like a P shape. So the entertainment hub would be like where the pool table and the PlayStation is, and then the kind of vertical shape would be like where the stations are. Then through the door upstairs we have our hair salon, so hair salon studio. So that's where the hairstylists do their thing, you know, male and female hairstyles. Then there's a room to the left that no one really goes to. It's just a storage room. It's a huge room. There's 2 sunbeds in it that were left there. My landlord said I can do whatever I want with them, and I just keep the bins there, and it's just a mess right now. But I'm thinking of turning it into a recording studio, just because, to encourage more people to, you know what I mean?
So you're telling me I can get my hair braided, I can get it trimmed, and I can run it, and I can record it.
Deja's like, bro, all the way to Vision Lab. You know, that's only closer to me.
You know, at that point, instead of charging for everything individually, just this is look,
bundle deal.
80 a month, 80, 100 a month. You get a subscription, get hair braided, get haircut.
I might finally drop the clippers and pick up the mic. What I actually want to do.
Jordan's been saying this for a while. He's going to drop 116 one day.
If the podcast ever gets to like a big level, he's dropping 16 bars.
Like,
the stakes are low, because if I rap now, they'd be like, he's trying to be a rapper. I'm not trying to be a rapper. I'm just trying to put 16 bars out.
And they'll be like, look, he paid for studio time for this, but it's like, no, I own the studio. But I was going to ask about customer service, right? Because for me, barbershops and customer service, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, there's one barbershop in Dublin I'm never going back to.
Caesars.
Nah, not even. What's called? No. I'm never going back to Caesars because Mo's not there anymore.
Mo's not there anymore, bro.
Mo did us all dirty, man. Mo, if you're watching this, my guy said he's going to America. Yeah, he'll be back in like a week or 2.
You got that text as well, yeah?
That was before COVID. Mo was never coming back. Like, after a while, we just had to all accept that Mo's never coming back.
Affect the whole country. Because I've had this conversation with loads of people, bro.
When I finally came back to like Dublin or whatever, and I was like, oh, where can I get my haircut? Actually, I even have a story about one guy that came to Galway and he said he was a barber. I let him cut my hair. This guy fucked it up, bro. But they were like, go to this shop. They even said go to Mo's shop. It's not even Mo that owns the shop.
It's never Mo that owns the shop.
Like, go to Mo's shop, and if let Mo cut your hair, don't let anybody else cut your hair. So that's how. But it's word of mouth.
No, that's exactly what I heard as well. Literally, go to the shop and let Mo.
Everybody was like, when my boy was living in town at the time as well. Mo. I've never been to Mo's personally, but I've heard about him like yourself again and again and again.
The thing about Mo is, Mo will give you the same cut, but he doesn't use sprays, all of that. He just trims your hair, and that's it. And it's the same thing every single time.
Like, sharp.
I love the consistency, and it was €8.
Yeah.
I paid €30 now. He was 8.
Talk to me about this.
We'll
before
get
we
back to
customer
this.
service, let's start customer service. How do you like?
We have great customer service. Like, we've had so much positive reviews. Our Booksy on both shops right now is 4.9, and it's pissing me off because I needed to get
that. Was that 5?
It has to be that 5, and it's just from like one review. It's so unfair. We have like 250 good reviews.
But there's always going to be one person that's
one star review.
Why did you do that?
I can't remember what.
Did he put a comment?
He left a comment, and it was just something like, didn't like the haircut, and it was too expensive or something like that.
I'll give you guys a review. I haven't done it yet.
And I was just kind of like, oh, bro, talk to us. You know what I mean? If you don't like the haircut, we're very big on that. Like, oh, is everything good? You happy with that? You know what I mean? When lads walking in, hey, guys, how you doing? Are you booked in or walking in? Like, well, we're walking or we're booked in. What time are you in for? 2 o'clock. We're just a bit behind schedule, but we'll get you on after him. You're up next with him after him. You know what I mean? We like to communicate with our clients when they walk in. It's not that they walk in and we're just sitting there, you know, cutting hair and not talking.
I'm waiting an hour. My appointment was at 5:30. You have to talk to me.
No, exactly. Like if you walk into the shop, I'm like, bro, I'm badly behind schedule.
Yeah, no,
you can
happened.
Leave and come back. You know, I'm so sorry about that. You know, that type of way. Yeah. So yeah, like our customer service is good. Like we have good.
We'll talk about prices now, because again, the first time I came, you said during the pandemic, especially, you said you could have been charged and like people, you could have been. You said you could have been, but then you have a settled price now. Is there something that's based on? Or is that just market value?
Just market value. Like right now, I recently did like renovations to my Dundalk shop, so I would have liked to up my price, but then I was like, damn, if I up my price, I'm officially the most expensive barber in the town based off of everyone else's prices. We charge 27 for a haircut with beard, 23 for a regular haircut for adults, 20 for teens, which is quite expensive for teens.
Yeah, you said you hate doing teens. No, you hate doing kids, you said.
I hate doing kids. I hate doing kids. Yeah.
You said this on another podcast. You said on Get to Gist with your warm head. Because that's a conversation I have like with my missus. I'm like, but the time the kid is 4, I'm gonna give him their cut, and she's like, relax. And she heard you say it on the Get to Gist. Like,
yeah.
Barbers are saying you can't.
It's not the most fun part of the job because kids are cheaper and harder to do. So it's just kind of like, why are we charging less? But you just have to go with what everyone else charges. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I can't really up my prices till everyone ups their prices. Like you see in Dublin, €30 for a haircut is standard. Yeah, because that's what everyone charges in Dublin. Yeah. You know what I mean? Dundalk could be like the likes of 20 to 25. So I charge like 23. Maybe I'd up it to 25 in Dundalk kind of thing.
But when you started, how much were you charging at that time?
When I started the shop?
When you started like saying, let me start cutting people's hair, like in the shed or your mom's kitchen?
In the shed, I was charging. Yeah. I did this thing where I always charge below the market price. Okay. So I get people in initially with the price of our haircuts. Then once you see the quality, they're willing to pay for more.
But at what point does the fact that you're Manni the Barber come into play? Like, you're not the same. Like, I know in Drogheda and Dundalk or whatever, you could possibly be the most expensive, but there's a reason. Like, you spent years building this brand. You spent years people trusting you, building your clientele. No, look, because I went from €5 to €7 to €10 to 12 to 15 to 20 to 25. Now I'm on 30 and 35 out of office.
Well, you like to do it last minute as well.
That's because this nigga's booked every fucking he booked a week ahead.
Like, I know I need my haircut.
Sometimes I forget. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I forget, and I'm just like, oh shit, I haven't even booked a trim, and I'm going out on Saturday. So then now Friday, yo, Izzy, you got any cancellations?
Because it alternates as well, so I have to be like more organized. Cause I don't know what days is gonna be in Drogheda, what days is gonna be
Yeah. My thing is messy.
I have to just think.
You have to just
in advance. That day's gonna be there.
But yeah. So at what point does all of the hard work and the branding and the fact that you franchise and all of that come into play?
My thing is maybe it's just a thing where I'm a bit scared to like. I don't like to get greedy when it comes to business. I feel like that's how I've made most of my money because I don't get greedy. You know what I mean? So I feel like. Obviously, I take into consideration everyone's livelihood. Not everyone makes what I earn. So my prices could turn someone away from getting their haircut off me, even though they really, really like getting their haircut off me. And the fact that you really like getting your haircut off me makes me happy as well. I know it comes to a point where I shouldn't really be caring about that anymore. But it's just kind of like, I'm just kind of taking the economy into consideration. You know what I mean? Everyone's economy into the consideration. And is it fair? Some people are saying it is fair for you to up your prices, but I'm just a bit hesitant. Like I always hear stories of people like closing down business, and I can't fathom it. Like, that's my worst nightmare. Like, even the way you said your mom used to own a hair salon, I can't even imagine how she'd go about closing down business. And I don't want the factor of me closing down businesses because I got too greedy and decided to bump my prices, and things changed now and stuff like that. So I just kind of focus, instead of upping my prices, getting more clients in. It could be wrong. Like, I might switch it that way because I know, like, for like Izzy, he focuses on upping his prices and reducing his clientele whilst making more money and working less. And that's smart, you know what I mean? But I don't work by myself. I have a shop. So if I'm not available, these guys are eventually going to go to my other barbers and stay within my shop. You know what I'm trying to say?
But the thing is, I feel like your price inevitably is gonna raise. Maybe not everyone else's price.
What's wrong with this guy? Just trying to increase the barber's
I'm open the twins, Jordan.
Just
good with this guy.
Up just Jordan's price.
Just Jordan's price, yeah.
This is a rich man right here.
Amen.
No, but like, because the thing is, right, like, even why I asked, like, are you more expensive to book in your shop, is because your time is more valuable. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that hour that will take you to go to Jordan or Dundalk or whatever is more valuable, because like there's a billion shit that you could be doing right now. Like, like even with, like, let's even say with with your course, like, everybody that knows the real money is in training. That's where the education is where the real money is. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, he said this to me. It's kind of like, all right, cool. I could have a whole
once you do it correctly, like, time for money. Like, if you have a course and you don't have enough students doing it, then you'd be better off. Like, you'd make more money just working your regular shifts than actually teaching that course, because the course is like very time consuming. You know what I mean? It is. But it is the big factor.
But like, because what's called, if you charge €200 per person and there's 6 people in the course, that's it. You made what, back to whatever you've made that already. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, it's gonna get to a point where, like, you have 2 shops already. There's gonna be a third, and when the third is there, it's gonna be like, all right, cool. Do I actually have time to cut hair? And if I don't have time to cut hair, I could, cool, I'm making €25 here, but that hour I could be setting up my course, or that hour I could go check on the other shop, or that hour I could do whatever. So I feel like it's almost inevitable that your prices are gonna have to go up.
You're right. Just because he's right.
He's fitting, but
he's right. But I just feel like when that comes, then I'll do it. I feel like I'm managing now. Things are okay now. I don't want to get too greedy now. I'm still growing the second shop. We've only been open since December last year. So, you know, I'm still growing the second shop at the minute. So once that time comes, then I will consider upping my prices, and it's kind of, you know, seeing who sticks around.
And I've said it to you, like, just even me, if I wanted to go, by the time I get back to Barber again and drive home, that petrol anyways, and the time I'm wasting.
So give me the green light?
What?
He's giving me the green light.
To increase everybody else's prices, keep on the same. We put you on game on charges. We put you on game right system. So I do understand, because even, I know you're thinking of, like, you might push clientele away, but people, maybe older people, they like convenience. They like what works for them. People would pay that extra $5 if they don't have to go.
But that's the thing. My main target audience is not like older people. It would be like the younger crowd. That's why I put like the places. Like, I wouldn't say I have a gents barbershop. I have like a community barbershop for like younger people, because I want, because you see the younger people, they're with you for years. You could get a job to America. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you, like, a job of a lifetime, you couldn't turn it down. You're gone. I've lost a client. Yeah. But you see these guys that are in primary school, they still have secondary school to do.
And even if they're in uni, when they come back.
When they come back, or if they do uni in town.
If you build that loyalty.
Bro, if you build that loyalty, you have clients for it. You don't even have to chase clients anymore. You just have to do it on rotation at that point. So that's my target audience. That's why I'm very cautious when it comes to pricing around them. You know what I mean? Just to keep them there, keep them happy, and keep them.
Bro, student discount, bro. That's what
student discount.
Like, at the end of the day, because it's like, price discrimination. Oh, see, look at me use my degree. Price discrimination. What's called older people, because obviously they make more, charge them more, and then the younger people, obviously, because they're in uni,
student discounts.
Bring your student.
Yeah, we're having student discounts as well. Yeah.
Nah, but like, it's cool, man. Like, question is, does your ambition ever scare you? Because you had a shop for like a year and a bit, and then you decided to fucking open a shop.
And you're probably gonna open one in Dublin. You've alluded to,
because it's kind of crazy. Because when you think about it, it's actually absolutely insane. Within the span of 4 years, you went from having it as a hobby to bang 1 shop, 2 shops, and having clientele all over the place.
Yeah, like, it's crazy when I think about it. Like, a lot of people say to me, one of my friends came into the second shop and she was just looking around, and she was like, I was like, what are you looking at? Like, are you not deep in the come up? Like, and she was like, what did she say? Start of 2021, you were cutting at home. End of October 2021, you opened your first shop. Start of December 2022, you opened your second shop. Like, this is nuts. And I was just kind of like, yeah, like, it's actually like, again, I haven't really taken time to process it, just because I have to just keep it afloat. But I'm happy with the progression I've made. I feel like I did, like, jump the gun with the second shop. I feel like I did kind of open it a bit early, because things in Dundalk weren't 100%. They were consistent. But that's one thing. There's no better educator than trial and error, to be honest. Because that's what I've learned now. So before I open the next shop, once things are steady in Drogheda, which they are now, doesn't give me an excuse to go and open the next shop. Because things were steady in Dundalk, so I left Dundalk, and Dundalk came falling down, and then I had to build Drogheda up as well. And at the start of opening both of the shops, it was nuts. It was insane. Like, I was making more money with just one shop in terms of overheads and money coming in. I was making money just owning one shop than owning the two of them. You know what I mean? So it was a thing where now, once I open the third shop, that's when both of these shops can function with me hands off. You know what I mean? When working becomes a choice for me, which it always will be, because I like working, I like cutting hair. I cut hair to practice as well. Like, I'm practicing every day when I'm cutting hair. So, but once it becomes an option for me, like a choice, like now on Tuesday, I have to work in Drogheda because one of my barbers isn't available. He has a thing going on. That's cool. So I have to work there. But like, once it comes to a point where I don't have to work there, that's when I'm going to look towards opening the next shop. You know what I mean? Or my plan is, because I do plan on opening another shop next year. I'm in talks with someone. Basically, it's going to be like my first hands-off shop. You know what I mean? They're going to do everything. Like, I'm going to do everything. They're going to run the shop.
Okay.
And I'm going to see what that's like. That's a different venture that I'm going into now. I don't expect as much money from it at all because I'm not working there at all, but it's hands-off. So it's passive income. So I'm going to see what it's like, to be honest.
So franchising? You're franchising?
Yeah, I'm franchising, basically. I'm getting into that.
But that sounds like a...
Yeah.
Fair play, man. Fair. Congrats on all that.
23.
Jeez, yeah.
And that's why I asked, does your ambition ever scare you? Because, like, you know, sometimes I actually do look at the people that they get a 9 to 5, they get their little 30K a year with like their 20 holiday days, and they're content.
Yeah.
I wish I was that person sometimes, because life is so much harder when you're thinking, yeah, cool, I'm doing well, but I could be doing more.
Yeah.
Like,
if you can't stay in contentment, but I get, it's about finding the balance though.
Yeah.
It's about finding the balance of like where I am now. It's like we talked about the pod. It's like, if you told me 5 years ago I'll be making this much money, I'll be driving this car, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let me actually be in that moment. Like, yeah, this is also a moment of contentment. But in the next 5 years, if I could do this in 5 years, imagine what I could do in another 5 years. So it's like I get to that side and I get that side. So it's like, just have to find what is the balance. Because I do that sometimes. I sit in my house and I'm like, you know what? I got the gaff. I got the woman. I've got the job. It's like, I am happy. But then I was like, what now in 5 years? How do I then elevate from this? What am I saving towards? Or what do I keep money aside from? And why do I do all of this for?
Yeah.
Still have to find that balance.
But what did you were saying, does my ambition scare me? No, because I think everything I do is realistic. That's one thing I always say to people. I'm not a dreamer. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a realist. Like,
is it though?
Huh?
Is it?
Yeah.
Think about it. Actually think about it. Ask yourself, 3 years ago, would you think it would be realistic for you to own 2 shops?
Own 2 shops? Yeah.
At 20,
like, but let me tell you what isn't realistic. When I used to, like, chase the football dream, everybody wanted to be a footballer. Imagine I died off the shops to chase football.
Yeah.
I'd be nowhere.
Okay,
I'd be nowhere. You know what I mean? But I'm opening the shop. Like, I knew Dundalk was going to bang, because at that point when I was opening it up, I was making enough money myself to keep it afloat. So I said, all right, cool. Any other income coming from the other barbers is going to be a bonus. That's how I seen it. And obviously, it turns out more than that. Now it's very consistent. But I'm opening a barbershop in a town that's highly populated with African community, but doesn't have an African barbershop.
Yeah. And you already have the clientele that trust you because you've been cutting their hair. It's not like you're just coming into the town.
What I've done is I've developed a business model, and it's still developing, that will be able to work in every single county that has that niche. A large population of African people that doesn't have a barbershop.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it work? The only thing that would be, the only hard part about what I'm doing, I'll be real, is I like teamwork. Like, I don't really have anyone assisting me.
Yeah.
I do the marketing. I do the setting up of the shop. Obviously, no, I have people that help me set the shop up as well. But I run the business. I do the day-to-days. I do everything myself, bro. So because I do everything myself, things are efficient, but they could be way more efficient. And I'm the type of person, like, if I make money, but things weren't run well. Let's say I have a good week in the shop, but things were messy, disorganized, maybe got a bad review because of disorganization. I would be pissed off. I won't be happy with that money I made. You know what I mean? I'm more about structure and organization. So that's the hardest part about what I have to do, not opening shops. I feel like it's a no-brainer. I'm setting up shop. I'm giving you what you need. Why wouldn't I? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I make money? Like it's actually common sense.
You have the marketing, like you have the Instagram. So
exactly.
People don't like.
Exactly. It's just repetition and improvement. So I'm gonna keep improving this business model with the amount of shops that I keep opening, because I do plan on opening around the country. If I'm being honest, I do. I don't see why not.
So you're gonna franchise them?
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the aim. I want to start doing it next year. Okay. Maybe at the start of this year, like. And
then let me ask you this: once branches. You franchise, because you've built and it becomes $1 million industry, $1 million franchise. Amen. So I've been watching a show called like Succession for the last month, 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. Do you think then you'll just be able to like pass it on to your kids if your time comes?
Yeah, that's the plan. I don't know, like pass it on to my kids. Definitely.
What if your kids like? Bro, I don't want to be no barber, man.
No. Actually, you know what? I actually don't want my kid to be a barber. My kid has to be a footballer.
You couldn't be.
He has to.
He said, bro, look, I've got the tools to give you everything you need.
There was so much talented ballers where I'm from.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get no lifts to train him, man. Bro, we couldn't get no lifts to train him.
Lift to life,
bro.
even that, they tell you to walk.
They tell you to walk, yeah.
Like, I'm going to, like, focus, like, put my kid through football, because, bro, that's a...
But see the drive and ambition you have as a 20-year-old to say, oh yeah, it's a no-brainer to open a shop. I know you think it's normal, but 20-year-old, a lot of 20-year-olds, like that's why Deju's saying like it's not as realistic as you think, because a lot of 20-year-olds, it will scare them to be like, you see it as a no-brainer.
No. I was still scared though.
Yeah.
Like I was 21, not 20, but I was still scared. I was like, damn, like this is gonna be, because I finished college. Yeah, I got the degree. Thank you, online. Test, online exams. Thank you. I got the degree, so I'm just like, wait, what do I do now? Obviously, again, it's still in the back of my mind, but starting to push away about this whole getting a job thing. I'm looking at graduate positions. Compared to, again, I'm realistic. I wasn't looking at the 60K little ones that they pay you, because I didn't do the grades for that one. I got a 2-2 around here, I'll be real, you know what I mean? And I'm proud of it, bro. I'm happy with it.
Oh, we're 2-2 guys.
Yeah, 2-2 guys, yeah. You know what I mean? So I was like,
that's the name of this episode, by the way.
2-2 guy.
I was like, 30K a year, you know what I mean? I'm comparing the money. I broke it down week by week, day by day, and I'm like,
I'm making that now.
I could do that myself, you know. I'm more comfortable. I always compare what you're earning versus how comfortable you are earning that money as well. So I said, fuck, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Even the route to me getting a shop, it was pure luck. It was fluky. I shouldn't have gotten that first shop. It was so jammy. Like, imagine someone that graduated from college, like just graduated, by the way, and all the money I was getting from home, obviously that was under the books. So my what's it called? My thing was blank. I didn't. The Domino's as well. That was cash in hand. The last job I worked was in like 2018 as a kitchen porter.
Oh yeah, so legally you're broke.
So legally I'm broke. Yeah. So I'm walking up to these realtors like, "Hi, can I have this shop? What do you got? I just finished college. I cut it at home. I'm good for it. I promise." That's basically what I'm saying to them. I'm saying that to the realtors. I'm saying that to the bank. They're all just kind of like, "This kid is nuts." You know what I mean? So they just pushed me aside. Then one guy just took me in. Like I was walking through Dundalk town, seen the ad through the window, and I was so desperate for a shop at this point because I had a target. I wanted to open up for back to school time because I'm busy then, so it would be a good start to the business.
Time,
yeah. I didn't hit that target, but I did hit Halloween, thankfully. But remember, I ran into the shop. I was wearing like North Face tracky with my hood up and do-rag on. I was like, "Is this shop available?" The guy's looking at me like, someone is actually looking at it. I could tell he was lying. I just probably intimidated him. I got home, I put on my white voice. I called him saying, "I'm interested in the property on 7 Dublin Street. I was wondering, is there any viewings available anytime soon?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I can get you in for a viewing tomorrow." Probably even know it was me. So I went in, I viewed it, and then he was like, "So basically, what do you got?" I just said, "Look," I said, "Look, bro.
I got a dream, bro."
I said, "Bro," I showed him my Instagram page. I had all my appointments on an Excel spreadsheet. So I showed him what I was doing for the past year or two. And then he's like, "Yeah, why not?"
Fucking
bro. I was like, "Wait, are you being for real?" I was like, "Are you being for real?"
You know, it happens like that.
He's like, yeah, to be honest, like the place has been vacant for 3 years.
Come on.
You know what I mean? He said, "Let me ask the landlord." The landlord is even more of a G. I cut his kid's hair till this day. Like, and his kid, if I'm not in Dundalk, his kid will come to Drogheda. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, so the landlord's even more of a G, gave me the spot. negotiated the rent price like low because the rent price was a bit scary for me. So negotiated it low for the first year to see how I get on. And then now it's at the rate that we were both happy at. And I was just like, wow, this is really like God's plan. Like, you know what I mean? All those other shops that I was getting rejected for, they were even smaller than the place I have now and more expensive.
And your location is fantastic. Like,
yes.
Literally, as you're driving into Dundalk, he's right there.
Okay. Literally. Like, just there on the left.
You're walking distance from the college, which is perfect.
Yeah, literally. So it's just like, damn, this is crazy. So that's how that happened. It was pure fluke. And then obviously with the first shop, I had a strong reference for the second shop. And then everything else is easy from there. I skipped the hard part. But that initial hard part, for anyone that does want to go out and find a premises and, you know, take their business from home into like a shop, it's tough.
How are your parents now with it? 'Cause to be 21, to say like, I'm not gonna go into a 9 to 5. I did this business degree. Let me actually pursue this. And no, you did all the calculations, but we all come from the same background. So how was that conversation?
No, there's a lot of I told you so going on, you know.
From which
there's
side?
a lot from my side. There's a lot of I told you so going on, you know. It's like,
cool. Like, yo, mom, you know.
It's like I knew it was gonna bang, you know.
But is it different because they had already seen how much
They'd already seen from the shop, like from the shed, like, all right, this is not a joke.
Yeah, it's not like you just randomly came.
You know what I mean? They see me come home in cars that they're like, whoa, like, you know. I have asked them for a second. I was helping them out at home as well, you know. So I was just kind of like, yeah. If anything, my mom pushed me to go for the second shop because I was going through a slight series of rejection as well. And I was like, I can't really be arsed for all of this. But mom was like, no, you really need to go for the second shop. It's really gonna scale your business. So she really helped me to get the second shop. Like in terms of mentally, she pushed me towards it. And just stuff like, I remember I needed a van. I'm too young to rent a van. Yeah. So my mom helped me rent the van. You know what I mean? So like there's a picture of my mom literally, I'm in my car, she's in the, like, I'm driving my car, looking in the rearview mirror, I was like, my mom is driving the van behind me. You know what I mean? We pull up to the car park and then I hop in the van and she goes home. Like, I'm very grateful for all of that because I needed the van, you know? So they're very supportive and they're very happy with everything I'm doing. So, yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I think that's everything then. No, because, at the point I made, I actually forgot. Because, I think that's us.
I think that's it.
Bring anything else up?
All right, cool. Dilemma's a ditch.
All right, let's go.
Actually, no, hold on. I think I was on to charge the game this week.
Did you miss a flight again?
Nah, but I'm booking one for Friday, and I'm looking like, because it's an early flight again. I don't know what's been happening recently, but I've been missing flights for bands.
Damn.
Like, and I used to be so good, but recently it's just been.
Missing flights is not a joke, man.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not like missing the bus. Like, this is you know what I mean?
The inconvenience is too much.
It's
you
too
can't
much.
just wait 30 minutes and then the next bus is here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know the worst part about it? When you pass security, you done all that, then they lead you out until for you to come do it all over again. Oh, fuck, that shit is so long. But no, I haven't missed any flights. You got to take the charge to the game?
No, not this week. No.
We got a segment called Charge to the Game. Any L's you might have taken, anything that might have just been annoying.
Not to charge to the game, but did you see those people fighting off the boat?
What happened there?
Fighting off the boat.
Oh, on Twitter.
On Twitter, I haven't been active though.
So there was one black guy and a white guy. So then the black guy started getting beaten up by like a bunch of a black guy was getting beaten up by a bunch of white guys.
I seen it.
My guy threw up his hat.
Bro.
Next thing you know, black people just start coming out of everywhere like the Avengers. Now I think that other than that, I tried something to the game. I saw something this week on Twitter. It was actually kind of funny. It says, "Did you guys ever experience racism?" But it was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, all the time.
It's always funny.
it's always funny. True, but I bring it me like you guys now there's a lot of black people, a lot of us walking, and we're just walking, and then the white guy is walking the opposite direction. As he walked past us, he just says, "Who went and spilled all the Maltesers?" And then we're just walking, and I was like, "Wait, was he?"
That was dead. That did not bang. That did not bang. That wasn't even the good ones, bro.
But other than that, funny racism happens. I seen it happen. Like I saw Tia Von on TikTok saying it's like black people. I miss the old version of black people. You know, black people used to be thugs and used to like be gangsters.
People used to be afraid of us.
Now I see a nigga wearing glasses. That's why black people wear
niggas in anime shirts and glasses and earrings.
Wearing glasses. These are the
wearing pearls to weddings and that.
These are the black people I grew up on.
No, these are the gangsters.
Yeah,
I got one of two. Yeah. My wife and I had a threesome.
Okay.
Or my girlfriend said she faked orgasms with me for the last 7 years.
Which one do you want? As the guest.
Wait, threesome as in 2 girls or 2 boys?
I can't remember which one. It'll tell me. I think it might have been 2 guys.
2 guys, no way.
So which dilemma should you read? My wife and I had a threesome.
Oh, which that? Oh, I tell you, ask me which situation would I rather.
I have zero interest in having a threesome with another guy. That's not a threesome to me.
That's threesome for her.
Yeah, but to me, this just sounds like why am I doing this with audience?
Yeah,
like I gotta wait in line to do what I need to do. Nah, fuck that, man.
Fuck that. But no, read the one. My wife and I had a threesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Wait, hold on, wait, I just lost it. Where the fuck is it? All right, so my wife, 41 female, and I, 40 male, had a threesome. My wife and I have been married for 10 years. Great relationship that I put down to us always being open and honest with each other. We'd always say if we had the opportunity for a threesome with another man, we'd always say that if the opportunity came for a threesome with another man came up, we'd likely go for it. Last weekend, I met a guy at the bar at the hotel and we were staying in, and we ended up in the bedroom. To begin, it was great. I came first and basically watched them go at it for like 20 minutes. He had her in positions I ain't never seen before. And I know she came at least twice. It didn't bother me at the time, but afterwards, we agreed it was fun and we had no regrets. For the past week, my wife has had a spring in her step. She's happy, she's confident. Deep down, I know it's because she realizes this.
Damn.
All right, what's going on? For the past week, my wife has had a spring in her step. She's happy and confident, and deep down, I know it's because she realizes that she can still get the interest of a good-looking younger man.
Yeah, her ego's strong.
I, on the other hand, have done nothing but relive the second half of the night over and over in my head. I've never heard her like that. I've never heard her like she was that night, and I know that I'll never satisfy her like that. I'd love to tell her how I'm feeling, and I know that she would understand. But I don't want her to feel like she has to start faking and overacting in order to make me feel good. Essentially, I'm hoping that if I say this, my anxiety will fade. Any advice? See, the advice I can give you is don't do that shit in the first place.
Bro, it's his own fault, like, and he got
outperformed. You want to choose another guy, anyways.
Do you get what I mean?
Why is that his wish in the first place?
I can't.
And he even got outperformed. That's crazy.
But also, on her part, anything that's novel or new is always more exciting. So, like, if you have a new car or new shoes or whatever, it's always going to be like, you love these shoes, but then you realize those other shoes there, you're like, actually, no, I actually prefer these better. But in the minute you get that novelty is always seems like, oh, it's great, but I think still she might have enjoyed it because it's novel and it's new. But I don't think she could still get satisfied by her husband.
Yeah, like what's going on? Like, obviously, it is his insecurity kicking in. Like, obviously, he probably satisfied her fine and everything. But the thing is, the ego that is in all of us, not even just men, of like,
couldn't do it.
I can't, like, he's better than me. Like, that's why I don't ask stupid things like, oh, am I the best you've ever had? Yeah. Because you only want to hear one answer, and it's not 100% that you're going to get that answer.
Yeah. Anyway, would you ever ask that question, am I the best you ever had?
Would I ever what?
Would you ever ask a girl, am I the best you ever had?
Yeah, but I'd be expecting a lie. Like, I'd be expecting a lie. Don't come and say no.
That's fine.
Don't come and say no.
Lie to me.
Lie to me.
That's why, like, once you get into this place in life where you realize, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Yeah. Your life becomes so much easier.
On that, maybe he honestly, genuinely, sometimes it's like a situation you genuinely do want to have this threesome, and that's what you genuinely want, and you go for it. Like, so even though this podcast, maybe I genuinely wanted to blow and get good, but then it blows and all this fame, I have to deal with it, and I'm like, I don't want this. But you wanted the podcast to blow, so you wanted the threesome going in there, but then when it happens, so sometimes it's like
that's
you
your
think
fault.
you want it.
Don't get an info. Don't get someone that is on a different level that you're at.
How would he supposed to know that?
You see, okay, like because this thing,
there's no review.
Real recognize real. If you look in the eyes more time, it's
you can tell if he's a demon or not.
Yeah, bro.
No Booksy review for scoring 4.9 stars.
No, I don't like to share as well. So.
No, I could do it, but I also think a lot of people, the idea of when they go into something, they're fine with it. But I don't. I think it's all they just realize afterwards. I don't think it was like he was unsure about doing the threesome. I think he genuinely wanted to and he thought he'd be okay with it. Mm-hmm. It's only once it happened, then he's like, yeah, I'm actually kind of bothered by this.
Okay, but now in this situation, now, what do you do?
I think he should express it, says it to her, because I think she's probably fine with the sex life there if she's still satisfied, but her ego got stroked. She got a guy that was younger, good looking, had good fun sex with her, and maybe she thought this wouldn't happen for her anymore, and she just feels like the novelty is new. And I get it, maybe she can hide her feelings, but I would say express this. If this is what you guys are on, and this is what your relationship was on, she'll probably understand, because for you guys to be like, I want to have a threesome anyways, there's a certain level of understanding in the first place.
But you know what it is though, like on that level, you don't want to make her feel bad for something that you were fine with. Like you both agreed to it. Now you're gonna make her feel shit for having
I hear that.
Something that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying?
Again, I hear that. It's like I could be fine with something now going into it, and then once it actually happened, it bothered me. And it's not your fault. It is my own feelings. It is my own insecurity. But at the same time, like even forget about the sex. Just minor things could happen, and you could think like, yeah, I'm okay with that. But then, actually, like say for example, she was saying, oh, going out again tonight, 3 nights in 4 or something. You're like, yeah, I'm okay. But then she does it. You're kind of like, actually, she hasn't been at home and give me time anymore. The afterthought of you being okay in one instant, then afterwards you're not okay with it because she's not spending time with you. You can just
but that's different though, because like it's happened now. Even if it's not gonna happen again, that 20 minutes is still burned in your brain, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna relive that. Do you get what I'm saying? And there's nothing that she can do. Like
that's what they'll say on Manny's chair and tell him.
Offload on me. I just thought he was a fool to begin with. I just thought, bro, you're an idiot, bro. Like,
you know what it was?
You're not on that.
At this point, do you start charging the extra €10 if you want to chat to me?
Bro, I might start doing consultations or something like that, bro.
You know, don't
maybe I use that back room to create a private station and charge an extra tenner for consultations as well.
Tell me
everything going on.
What would you tell him?
Oh, bro, I tell him
charge it,
bro. I was about to say that. I tell him to charge it, bro. You're the one that wanted to go and do the mad thing, and now look, you're not happy, bro. And then tell him like maybe pattern your game, bro. You know what I mean?
And also, if you can't handle it, just leave, bro.
Yeah.
Because like there's,
I don't think if it's a thing where like afterwards, if they're continue having sex and stuff like that, and sex is calm and all. Like if it's a thing where they don't do it often, like where they get like threesomes, and she doesn't want to have sex with him unless it's a threesome, then you can get over it. Like you can get over it.
Not always though. Like because the thing is, like hearing about it and seeing it are two different things. Like you can hear about something and get over it, but if you see something,
so you don't think they can get over it?
I'm saying if you can't.
Yeah, no,
because like some people, because what happens with some people, is that they can't get over it and then they start taking it out on their babes. You get what I'm saying? In that situation, just leave. But if you chat to her and just like, look, it made me feel away. Maybe from now on we only do threesomes with people that need Viagra or something like that, or whatever situation. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But like.
But in the thing, he said she would understand. He even says in the thing, he said, like, I would want to express this to her so she understands, which is what I'm saying. They have a level of understanding anyways within their relationship for them to even
I don't know about expressing it, bro. I'll be real.
Nah, you have to express it.
When you express it, right. I feel like the girl can sometimes be like, oh, yeah. Now I have that on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah.
Women are not good people. Like,
bro, it's like, as a man, this sounds toxic and shit. But like,
bro, we passed the sounding toxic like 10 sentences ago.
You don't want to feel too vulnerable. Let women know when you're vulnerable.
Your weaknesses.
Because they feed off of it. Because women are already, especially if it's a traditional woman, they're already on that aspect of they're the vulnerable ones that are being taken care of and da-da-da-da-da. So if they catch you slipping and they have one up on you, that's how they're going to see it.
As a man.
I got one up on this guy.
Yeah, I was watching Shits and Gigs. They were told of like, what's the meanest thing woman I've said to you? And then James, the light-skinned guy, alluded to that. And he was vulnerable and open with a girl. He told him everything. And then when he told him like how he couldn't really connect with his family. There wasn't really a loving home. And he expressed this to her. And then he was then giving out to her about how she can be emotionally something anyways. And she says, I'm not emotionally available. It's you not emotionally available because you didn't have this at home.
Yeah, see.
So she used this whole trauma back at him then because he was vulnerable with her. And that. So I understand when you say like, yeah, sometimes you're vulnerable, but some people are taking notes. Yeah,
they're taking notes, bro. They're taking. It does depend though on the girl.
Because the thing is, a lot of girls, they like that's their ammo. That's their ammo. Once you get,
of course, it's the ammo. Because have you ever noticed when you ask a girl, "What do you bring to the table?"
What do they say?
Oh, they're stuttering like they're bare stuttering. You know what I mean? Like,
did you know what to say? I am the table.
They're bare. It's crazy. I'll be with my female friends. I'll be like, what do you guys, like, if you have a man, what do you bring to the table? Like, why do you even ask that question? What does that question even mean? They start getting so defensive. I'm like, yo, chill out. I just asked the question. Do you have an answer to it or what?
What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table?
What do I bring? I am the table. That's what they'll say. But no, so I do see, anyways. So I do see that side where some people will be like, don't say anything, don't expose your vulnerability because next fight she'll be like, yeah, well that nigga fucked me better than you anyways. That's That might happen.
To sign out. You have to sign out.
That might happen.
That's how people catch cases. No, I'm telling you.
That's how you catch
somebody gotta die.
No, that's an AM.
Bro.
No, because like, no. Like, because then that also begets the question, because like, I do feel like to be in like a successful relationship and shit like that, you do have to be vulnerable. True. You do have to give that part. But things. At what point are you like, all right, cool, I'm actually going to be vulnerable with you? Because like, I know for me, I'm closed off for time. Yeah. You're not catching for time. Yeah. You got to be my babes. You got to be, do you get what I'm saying? For you to actually get that part of me. But now it's like, when you start seeing somebody, at what point do you like, because they want you to be vulnerable so you guys can get close. Yeah. But then also, a lot of you guys will turn around and throw it back in my face.
In people's face. So now we don't want to be vulnerable to the next girl. And the next girl was like, why are you always so closed off? Why don't you speak?
You get what I'm saying?
Because the last 3 girls, I told them how my parents didn't love me. They said that's why I wasn't capable of love.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I told
it happened to me.
You know what I told you I didn't want to go on a date because I didn't have it. You said we'll pay 50. We can go 50-50. And now you're calling me broke.
Now I'm a broke nigga.
Now I have a small dick and I'm broke.
It's a scam, boys. Don't get scammed. It's a scam. Like, it's a scam. I'm telling you now. Don't get scammed, lads. Like, I see through this thing clearly, bro. And it's not.
Oh, actually, you know what, yeah? Because obviously, being in the barbershop and being around the man them, girls are going to come up. Like, it always does. Like, you know,
as a guy, don't bring your girl to the barbershop. Jeez.
Yeah, the conversation, you're just putting
bro, as soon as she leaves... bro, because don't bring your girl to the shop.
Wait, why not? Because of the conversation or because the man them she'll see?
No, both. Oh. No, okay. Obviously, if you're like, I always like to believe that girls respect their boyfriends and don't. Apparently, it doesn't happen all the time. But yeah,
nice, like I said, apparently,
apparently, like, you know, nice, but like, I'm speaking more of the conversation afterwards. It's like, bro, niggas is looking at your girl, bro. Like, and this is kind of like, oh yeah, nothing could really happen, but it's like, bro, don't be.
Is it?
Don't be exposed.
And if you know niggas, they definitely went to find our Instagram right after.
Before you left,
when you were there,
there's a lot of variables. Once you bring your girl to the barbershop, there's a lot of variables at that point. Anything can happen, bro. Yeah, like, also, niggas, you know what I mean?
Don't let someone skip in your line. That's the ick.
Yeah.
Oh, they used to do it to me all the time when I was younger. I'm traveling next week. That was an excuse. I'm traveling tomorrow. I have to go catch a flight. Can I please go ahead?
No, I was here before. I just came back and
I used to allow it. Then I got older. I was like, nah. It's like you guys use the same excuses because I'm young. Because you know we come from.
When you're older, it's respect
kind of. Yeah.
Wait, you were gonna say something before I said don't bring your girl to the shop?
Oh yeah, shit. Because obviously, girls' names are coming up. This is coming up. Have you? And like, I feel like as a barber, part of your job description is managing your business.
You hear loads of things
because
as
you know
much as
when
you can,
when you're hearing this person talk about this girl like it's the love of her life, and then you're hearing next man come in and be like, oh yeah, I was just with such and such. Look at his face. This guy can't say anything. It's not my man's love of his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just caught her boyfriend's hair because he said he's going on holiday with her tomorrow. But you're saying you know what? Never mind, didn't it?
Oh, then when you start put 2 and 2 together, you're like, wait, are they not talking about the same? Okay, never mind.
You know there's some people that are just too connected in this life, and barbers are.
Especially like in the small community first, and then like communities like Dundalk and Drogheda, where it's even that small within itself. So
and especially because barbershop is the place where everyone feels like, all of a sudden, if you're someone that shut your mouth before, all of a sudden everything comes out in the barbershop.
Yeah.
Like everything.
It's just because you're hearing so much people talking. You just want to.
You want to join in.
You just want to add.
That's the trap. Never join in.
And because it's people that look like you and come from that country, so it's easy to get comfortable. There's good music on, pool is being played, good chatter. So you're like,
bro, people that aren't your boys now, you feel like you guys are all boys because it's chilly.
I've seen people with like alcohol in barbershops. They're just chilling there sipping.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thing. We don't obviously because we have a younger client. You know, the younger crowd of. Younger audience, so we don't really do it. But it'd be a vibe.
Some people used to bring their own, like they'll come in with their own like bottle of beer or whatever, and they're just chilling there, get their haircut, leave. And do
you know what? What's what? There's some many barbershops you get your haircut, you get a beer as well. You know, you just chill, do your thing. But yeah, bro, man. Like also, like I'm guessing your phone book is stacked because when I talk to Izzy, this guy has a person for everybody. Oh, Izzy, I need a plumber. Oh, Izzy, I need someone to do.
Oh yeah, bro. I got a guy for everything, bro. Yeah, I've got a guy for everything. Like literally.
Who cuts your hair?
Because one of my barbers, OJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I get myself this shape up this morning though, just because obviously.
Have you ever given a trim that's just dead? That song is just like,
oh yeah, last week.
Remember how he asked us if we ever recorded the microphone? We said, oh yeah, that happened like 2 weeks ago. We recorded the microphone.
I don't even know what it was.
I feel like you're probably at a stage now that what a dead trim is to you is good to
someone
people.
else. But obviously, I know like.
But I'm talking about where the person is like,
damn, like you fucking.
Yo, Manni.
Not that they've told me, anyways, but I don't think so. Nah, not like I haven't. It's been years since I've completely fucked someone up. But like trims that aren't of standard, it happens, bro. You know, like everyone has a bad day at the office. You know what I mean? So yeah.
No Mo though. If he was here,
bro, I've never had a bad day with Mo.
Mo has given me the same haircut for years.
It was uniform. It was routine. He just
Probably got deported.
That guy, man.
No, I don't even know why.
He has a chick in a.
Yeah, no, he went to go see his. I think his babes is in America, and then he went for a trip and just never came back.
Never came back.
Yeah, and kept telling us 3 weeks.
So, Mo, if you're listening, people are missing you. And if you're here, August 26th, Charger Karaoke, pull up with a friend, come pull up, battle of the podcast. Stagey said he's going to perform. You might have backup dancers. That's what he's saying. So if you got this far, and yeah, pull up, Manni, plug your socials here.
Manni the Barber, Manni_the Barber on Instagram, and MTB Cuts_ on Instagram. Make sure to follow that. Ireland's leading multicultural barbershop.
Yeah, there you go. And Manni, if you ever want to come and promote anything with the boys, just give me a text. I'm at your barbershop. But if you just one time, you said you have a lot of thoughts you want to get off your brain and want to come to pod with us, you're always welcome as well. Man, if you lot made it to the end of this podcast and you didn't like anything that we said today, well, you can charge it. Thank you for listening.
Nice one, guys.